Hey everybody, it's Terry Bontemps. Why I choose purpose over fear in my life is so that I can win. I had a good friend of mine, his name was Art Turner. Art Turner was a carpenter. He drove a nice Camaro. He was a friend of mine, a family friend. I asked him, I said, hey Art, how did you get that car? He says, Terry, I'm a carpenter. So what did I do? I became a carpenter. I went to apprenticeship school so that I could become a carpenter. I chose purpose over fear. Then I went out to work at a company called Aerojet I wanted to be a carpenter, and the skills said, hey, you need 4 years experience. It was a union job. It said you needed 4 years of experience. I had 4 years of experience, but because they didn't want someone in that position, they delayed. Okay. And so what happens? The union got me in and I got a nice settlement because they didn't let me in. I had the 4 years, but they tried to change it. I chose purpose over fear. I quit my job at Aerojet. I wanted to do something else. I quit without asking my wife. I chose purpose over fear. The fear would have said, hey, my wife would have said, don't quit. We need the benefits, but I chose purpose over fear, and I haven't had a job since 1992. I started teaching karate classes. Because I lost one of my houses to foreclosure and I needed income. The first house that I lost to foreclosure was a house that my oldest daughter was born in, and I made her a crib out of wood in the carpenter shop. I was so proud to put my daughter in that crib. I lost that house to foreclosure, so I had to choose purpose over fear, else I could have let that get me down and make me depressed for the rest of my life and make me feel like a loser. I didn't do it. I closed that karate school because my daughter, the daughter that was born in the crib, was now ready for college. She says, Daddy, I want to go to Arizona State University. I didn't have the money, so I closed that karate school down. I chose purpose over fear. And I met a guy that I grew up with. He was in the real estate, was very successful. I drove to his house and he lived in a gated community with a beautiful 2-story. And he told me he became successful by knocking on the doors of people in foreclosure. I started knocking on the doors of people in foreclosure. I chose purpose over fear so that I can try to figure out a way to get my finances together. And then I lose another house to foreclosure. I had lived in this house for 18 years. It was the first house I'd ever bought. It was a beautiful house, brand new carpet. Oh, we was proud homeowners. We were proud to be on that street. And it came to me because someone had fell out and my name fell in. Oh my gosh, I was so excited, but I lost it. I told my wife, we got to walk away. Okay, it was during the Great Recession. We got to walk away, babe. It's going to kill us financially. I chose purpose over fear. My wife was disappointed because she loved that house. I said, babe, I can get us some more walls. So we moved on. I lost $25,000 on a real estate deal. A guy took our money. I knew what I should have done, but I didn't do it. He took our money and kept it, and he sold the house and kept our money. I chose purpose over fear. I could have quit. I could have gave up. I could have moped and cried, but I says, no, Terry, get up, keep fighting. There's more life until you fight, dude. Fight. I lost another $25,000 just recently. A con artist, a lady said, hey, look, I can help you, Terry, grow your business, be a consultant, get you gigs. I can get you on TV and I will be your agent. Con artist beat me out of 25,000, but I chose purpose over fear. I got a lawyer, tried to find her and got the judgment, haven't got the money, but I said, hey, forget it. Let's go, move forward, choose purpose over fear. I developed two mobile apps for real estate. I developed them. I spent my own money, over $60,000. I invested in myself. I chose purpose over fear. I tried to buy 174 loans from a bank, 174 loans. Me, look at me. What am I doing talking to banks about buying their loans, something that only other banks do? I decided, hey, look, I know this business. Let's give it a try. I tried to flip those 174 loans. They were valued at $40 million to a hedge fund. They were going to buy it for $22 million. My profit, my check would have been $220,000 for putting that transaction together. It didn't go through, but I chose purpose over fear. I kept going. You know, in this backyard, there was not a pool at one time. It was just ugly, ugly, ugly dirt. I decided I want to try to sell firewood. So I called and put on my credit card. I put on my credit card 10 cords of firewood. I didn't know what 10 cords of firewood was. I chose purpose over fear. The high as that fence is in my back right now, that's how high the firewood was. What did I do? I could have said, hey, look, I could have just gave it away because I didn't know what I was doing. I made some little boxes and I went out on the corner every day trying to sell this firewood for 10 bucks, for 15 bucks, for 25s. I bought it by the gallon and I sold it by the shot. I don't know what I did with the money, but I did that. Going back to my karate school, I was talking to my karate instructor and he had this real beautiful building, a real beautiful building. And I asked him, I said, how are you going to pay for it? He says, bond chips, I got no idea. I'm just trying to show you guys what is possible. And I said, okay, if he can do that on a big building he knows nothing about, let me go find myself a little school. Guess what? I found a karate school in the corner of a mall. In the corner, you can't even see it. I said, you know what? Put it on my credit card. Put that first month on my credit card. I chose purpose over fear, and I ran karate schools for a long time. I had 2 karate schools, one on the north side, one on the south side, because I loved karate. I chose purpose over fear. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a wealth builder. I bet on myself. I choose purpose over fear every time, and I win.